Loading. We're live. We just have to wait. You might have to reload my page a few times for it to pop up on your end, or maybe you'll get a notification. Who knows?
I just looked up your channel as soon as you said live, and when I looked it up, I saw an upcoming stream, Monster House commentary, and I see now that we're live.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay then. Hey guys, welcome to the commentary of Monster House. I'm hoping this is going to go well, but fingers crossed. And of course, with me once again is Time.
Hey, I'm Ty-M Levy, and I'm with Lucas Green again for another commentary.
Granted, you won't be able to see my face tonight because of my position. I don't know about Ty. He may switch his camera on or off because he's probably got a better position than I have.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And overall, we'll be doing a commentary on Monster House.
Indeed.
As you see the title.
I do like this movie.
And I think it's appropriate because it's Halloween tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Overall, I'd say I do like this movie, even despite how there are some. It's kind of debatable if it's good or bad. I'm more in the camp that I like it than I dislike it. How about you?
Yeah, honestly, I really like this movie. I watched it a lot when I was a kid, and despite the creepy, uncanny valley animation, it has a good story and good characters that are entertaining to watch.
Yeah, from what I've heard,
it gets very creative with how the house is like.
Fair enough.
But we'll get into that as the commentary proceeds.
Oh, yeah. From what I've heard, there are only 2 complaints about this movie. Mainly 2 complaints. The 2 complaints I've heard from many people are that the animation, okay, and one particular character, and that's pretty obviously that character is. And we'll get to that when we get to the commentary. But anyway,
what character did they complain about? I never heard complaints about a specific character.
Oh,
whenever I hear complaints about this movie, I hear complaints mainly about the animation.
Yeah, fair enough. Right then, welcome Jay, welcome Mayek. So I'm butchering your name there, but Gabriel Mayek, welcome. Jaden, I just realized Mayek Gabriel. That's very similar. His name sounds very similar to a Star Wars character, Galen Merrick. So that's really cool. That's awesome. Anyway, though, that being said, though, I'm ready to go, and you are fine. Yeah, I Jack Griffin.
All right, so I'm ready.
Oh boy! Now we might be a bit in sync, but what we because we're both using different websites to watch this movie, so probably we should have looked, done the same thing. But whatever, we'll try and make do with it. So what we're going to try and do, we may have to pause to make sure that we're in sync, but we're going to check with each other to make sure we are in sync. For me, from my end, the first logo that comes up is the Columbia logo, I believe.
Yeah, when I played my video, the Columbia logo came up. First thing.
First. Oh, fair enough. So we should be fine. Right then, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm ready too.
You ready for it, Ty?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, you have the honors to do the countdown, and I'll hit play when you say play.
3, 2, 1, play.
All right. And now we've got the Columbia logo going in there. I just realized my sound was off. I think I'll plug my earphones into my controller to do this. It might pause me for a second. If it does, I'll let you know. Hopefully it doesn't.
Okay. We've done something like this before.
Okay,
we know how to keep it in sync, I'm sure.
The Columbia logo just faded for me.
Yeah.
And we're getting another logo.
A different logo.
Image movers.
Jinx.
E.T. I always forget that Steven Spielberg is in a way involved in this in some way. He must have helped with it.
Amblin Entertainment. With that iconic shot from E.T.
Columbia Pictures presents.
Columbia Pictures presents.
Yeah, we're in sync. We're fine. Relevant media. Would you say you're a fan of the score?
I was literally about to ask you that.
Go on then.
Yeah, I think the score is fine.
Very dramatic.
I like the title card. I like that title card. You?
Oh, indeed.
Right here for a second, the leaf looks realistic.
Oh, indeed, it does.
Humans, not so much.
A lot of movies, big movies, begin with such a small item. Like if you're in a Jurassic World, it begins with like a bird's foot or like a raptor egg.
Yeah, even one of the iconic shots in the first Jurassic Park movie, I believe, when the T-Rex is making its footsteps, you
Hmm.
hear the cup of water like moving. You see it moving as each step the T-Rex takes shakes it. You remember that scene?
Yeah. Now, my mother really hates this character.
Why?
I can't really
Is he
blame her.
annoying?
Realistically, if this was rated higher nowadays, she would be killed off.
Well, I mean, horror movies don't usually kill children unless it's the theme for one of the characters in the movie. Let's say it. It will kill characters because
Really? So,
the main
are
villain is
you
a clown
saying?
that eats children.
Oh, really? So Pennywise doesn't kill people then?
Yeah, but he kills children
Oh,
specifically.
I do appreciate that the leaf is actually kind of a symbolism thing. Like, hey, she's stuck. I need to go back.
Yeah. Maybe it's a symbol for Nevercracker's house.
This just makes me raise a question. Why doesn't the girl just try and pull her bike out of the grass and get off?
Yeah.
Whatever. This leaf, what is it?
I mean,
Jesus?
that house kind of looks creepy. Maybe she's just intrigued by it.
I find it funny about this leaf, though. It keeps dragging to specific plot points.
Well, as you said before, symbolism.
Uh,
For a second there, Nevercracker's face in the dark looks like the Hannibal Origins poster.
oh, boy.
Oh, I think that's what it was called.
She was not really stuck. She could have gone off that tricycle at any time. He's strong for an old man.
Yeah. Now, do you mind if I reveal a spoiler for a second?
Well, it's been like 20 odd years, so I'm okay with it as you are.
I don't think anyone really cares, whoever's watching this, and I'm sure you've seen this movie as well as I did. So it's revealed that Nevercrackers wants to protect the kids. That's why he's saying, "Get out of here." But if he's trying to do that, why is he breaking the little girl's bike?
So that she doesn't come trespassing again?
Yeah, but can't he just give the bike back to her?
Well, I guess in a way he wants
Maybe
to
not
keep her.
don't say to the girl, "Hey, my house is going to eat you alive." No, just give the bike to her. You don't break the bike if you're trying to protect the kids.
Well, the way I see it is like he wants to keep his wife, satisfied. Like the wife likes to be destructive, so he's like, if I do a bit of destruction, she might be settled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know.
Main
It's just
character
weird.
TJ. I do like TJ, or is it DJ? I think it's TJ.
This character right here.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Fred Willard.
Oh, indeed. Adult jokes. He's basically admitting to
met your mother, kiddo.
He just admitted to his wife that he was spying on people in his youth. Whatever.
We've all done shady things as kids.
Yeah, fair enough. Monster House is a pretty good movie. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie too.
Indeed. Chowder, of course. Remember I said there was a character that people either hated or liked? That was Chowder.
Chowder.
Fair enough. I can see both points for both arguments because you can understand both arguments, right?
Yeah, Chowder is kind of the fat kid archetype. But I didn't mind him that much.
So if he was your friend and you were in TJ's position, you wouldn't mind him.
I mean, I'm not TJ, so I can't really say much.
Well, fair enough.
I mean, I don't mind this character. All he is really just the fat kid archetype, as I said before.
Actually, no, they actually put in subtle references that his parents kind of have a bad relationship. That kind of affects him.
But you get what I mean by fat kid archetype, right?
I wouldn't say he's that fat, actually. He's more like the size of what's his name? Chunk from the Goonies.
Yeah, but he has like the stereotypical dumbness that a fat character usually has, and the fact that he's in scenes mainly for comic relief.
Oh. It's fair enough. Chowder humor.
Yeah, only Chowder.
I will say that his humor is not exactly what you expect, like fart or piss jokes or whatever. It's more like he builds up himself and then it's more of a pratfall.
Yeah.
I find, of course, how convenient the ball rolls in his yard. Of all the places. That's got
just
some roll
purely
to it.
for plot convenience. That things just like float to Nevercracker's house.
I don't really understand why is TJ friends with this kid, because we're about to see this guy's going to push him to get that thing.
You know the movie called Paranorman?
Yeah, I've seen it.
TJ and Chowder have a similar dynamic to Norman and that other kid's name.
Fair enough.
What was his name? What?
It ain't coming to me.
Let me look it up.
Wow. I find it funny that Nevercracker only comes out when someone steps on the grass. He's got very good timing.
Yeah.
Granted, TJ's already on the grass, so he's like waiting for it's like he's waiting for the right moment to spring on you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Now, I haven't really talked about him too much, but TJ's whole arc in this movie is that he's insecure about Halloween, which is a lot of people's things. But I guess the other arc is that he wants to be
Norman's
mature.
friend in Paranorman is named Neil.
Oh, fair enough.
TJ and Chowder kind of remind me of Norman and Neil.
All right. Would you say it's handled better in that movie than this?
No, I think they're handled both pretty well.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't think one's better than the other, personally.
I like that. He asks for help and he just yells help.
He's doing nothing to help him.
He's strong for an old dude. Then we have this scene coming up. Yeah.
This is where the uncanny valley is settling in.
I mean, I do appreciate it's a POV shot because it makes us feel like we're in TJ's position.
Yeah.
That's really makes it even more creepy.
And what's really creepy is how dragged out this scene is. Oh, wow. That looks so wrong on so many
You're
levels.
going to have nightmares now.
Which I do not want to get into. And you're probably thinking what I'm thinking as well. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what the hell was that? Who called the ambulance? That's my question. Oh, I guess they did, so I answer my own question. What I don't understand is the fireplace, of course, just lit, meaning that she wasn't in possession of the house until the fire lit. So she can just lit the fire whenever she wants when she's away. Her consciousness is there. It would just raise some questions, but oh well.
Mm-hmm. I know Nevercracker didn't actually die, but how would he have died? By a heart attack or a broken back?
Well, imagine if he did die, that would make things worse.
Yeah, but how would he have died? A heart attack from being stressed and angry, or a broken back?
Well, I'm not old, obviously, so I don't really know how it feels to be on an old person's body and how it works because we don't know what he's been dealing with in his personal life. Because, like, remember, this guy has to deal with the fact he has a monster for a house, so we don't
Yeah.
know what he has to do with alcoholism, drugs, who knows what. No POV shot, in a way. Ugh.
Gee, thanks for the help.
Hmm. I mean, TJ's whole arc is that he wants to be more mature, but throughout this movie already, we kind of see he already is more mature for his age.
Yeah, he's definitely more mature than Chowder.
Hmm. You could say that, Z.
We've got the sassy babysitter stereotype.
I do like that she makes an act, but when they're all gone, she says, "Screw this disguise."
Yeah.
Character arc. Now that's when he gets too cocky for his britches and it backfires.
You know, something I noticed with all kids in movies, they're never portrayed realistically.
Yeah.
Almost never. The main characters who are kids usually act like adults or teens.
Yeah.
I'm listening to some of the dialogue that kids have in some movies like this or movies similar to this, and I'm thinking kids don't talk like this in real life, right? Am I crazy?
As in TJ does. You're saying that real kids don't talk like TJ does?
No. Like kids
Anyway.
his age do not talk like this.
Okay. Well, I guess it's trying to give the young audience someone to root for, obviously, to relate, not relate to, but root up to or look up to in a way.
Yeah, I get that.
It must be very awkward for this kid because that house is basically staring literally at his window.
He could easily spy in it. And it's right next to him conveniently.
Now, this, in a way, okay, aside from this creepy shot, this kind of way takes away TJ's maturity because he's got like a stuffed bear or bunny, so that his maturity is questionable.
Maybe.
And now we have scary visual. And if you take a very close look at this hand, it looks, in a way, of course, feminine and fat, which gives away later on. So I appreciate the touch.
Yeah, that's Nevercracker's wife.
Yeah. But when you first watch this, you wouldn't know that. So it's a there's nice foreshadowing elements throughout.
Yeah.
It's already nighttime. God. What the hell?
What would your reaction be if you heard that in the phone?
I'd unplug it as soon as you know, not to deal with it.
I pretty much do the same thing.
My question is, how does the phone know the number?
Yeah, and who would be calling and why?
Well,
Unless
I
it's
know
his
it's the house doing it.
parents.
My question is that how does the house know TJ's number?
Yeah, exactly. Who would be calling at this time unless it's his parents? Or maybe even Chowder.
Unless somehow Nevercracker got into his house. Because bear in mind, it's not just TJ that watches Nevercracker, it's also Nevercracker that watches TJ. They both watch each other. Now, thank you. Now, I can tolerate Z, but I cannot tolerate Bones at all.
So guess Bones' voice actor.
Oh, who?
Try to take a guess.
I have no clue. I'm lost.
His voice actor is Jason Lee, who voiced Syndrome in The Incredibles.
Wow, never have guessed that. That's new to me.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
have
Jason
to.
Lee's a pretty good actor and voice actor.
That's pretty impressive. Oh, I can actually hear it now. I can hear it in his voice now.
Yeah. You know, I thought this was TJ Miller at first, but it was Jason Lee.
Well, I appreciate that Jason Lee's doing more work. That's good. Haha, adult jokes. At least Bones is a realistic character, because there are assholes like this.
Yeah, exactly. What has Z seen Bones whatsoever?
I guess
Even his
she
face
likes
is
his
just
music.
completely fucked up.
Well, she must be a fan of his music, obviously, because she says he's in a band.
I'm going to take a guess that it's emo metal.
Well, we've heard a bit of it,
Rock.
so yeah. The one good thing about
Definitely
this
stealing
album,
emo.
yeah, go on. All right. Well, I was about to say that they want Bones to be purposely annoying, but at the same time they want him to have relevance to the plot. So they make him bring up the backstory of Nevercracker's wife from the public's point of view, which I appreciate. So he's not really completely useless.
I guess he's there for exposition and also just the bully TJ. And to establish the fact that people think TJ's crazy. It kind of similar in a way to how Norman was characterized in Paranorman, with him being an outcast, and because of him being able to talk to the dead, and people thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
And yes, Paranorman just really focuses on the outcast part of it more.
Mm.
Norman is more so established as an outcast than TJ is.
Yeah, it's understandable though. But then again, some people do talk to dead people in real life.
Yeah, but Norman actually sees the dead because of a gift he was given, and something that runs in the family, like his uncle Prendergast.
Don't overdo it, man.
That's a lot of meat to eat.
All the townspeople are only right about one thing. They know that his wife is fat.
Yeah, Nevercracker would have a lot to eat, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Hi, Darkseid. I'll be with you shortly after this commentary.
He gets eaten by the house, right?
Well, I don't know if you remember the very end, but yeah, in a way he does get killed.
Well, it's revealed that people actually survived being eaten.
Yeah, so I don't know how you feel about that. It's like it kind of takes away from the tension or the fear.
Yeah. The cops I really like too. They're entertaining.
Oh, indeed. If you're referring to Disney Bones, you're right. Disney is dead.
Yeah. Watch our Star Wars discussion and you'll see why.
And now that's like a Pennywise thing, isn't it? With the whole red thing, like the balloon.
Yeah, that's not a balloon. It's a kite.
Well, obviously that, but it's still similar to the whole balloon motif.
Want to know something funny? in the original It miniseries, there was no red balloon to signal Pennywise being there. It was just multiple balloons or
Hmm.
a hallucination that characters would have. But in the remake, what really signaled the fact that Pennywise was present were red balloons, and it got popular as a result because the movie was so popular.
Nice transition shot.
And I'd say
Going
that
up.
the It 2017 was the first time I've ever seen a remake be more impactful than its original.
This is kind of fucked up too, is that these type of kids are the type of kids that meet up in an abandoned construction zone. Okay.
Luxury towers.
Is that meant to be a reference to that other theme park that I forget the name of?
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Universal Studios? I forget which one it was.
Yeah, I've been to Universal Studios, but I don't know what you're referring to from there.
If you're not pissed off with Chowder, there are times you should be.
Chowder, you idiot.
Chowder will be great at CinemaSins.
If you told Chowder not to do this, that would just be an invitation for someone like him to do it anyways. That would sound like a dare to someone like that.
He just said he killed a guy today. I don't think he actually killed him. It was more like his own body killed him. Oh, that's kid logic. You're not cool. I mean, there's a lot of words to describe Chowder. Cool is not one of them.
No, he's clumsy. He's a dork.
If he's lovely. The question is, though, if he's such a loser, then why does TJ hang out with this guy? Because he's got no one else?
Maybe.
That's sad. If I was TJ, I'd push Chowder like he pushed him in the beginning.
Yeah. There's no us. It's only you, Chowder.
Now, before he called Chowder, he actually said, TJ asked, where's his parents? And he says, my dad's at work and my wife, sorry, his mother is with his aerobics teacher, meaning that his mother is having an affair. That's kind of nice little drama in his personal life. He knows that his parents are cheating. The bottle. The demon in the bottle. Also, the whole point of Ding Dong Ditch is you ring the bell and run off, but he doesn't. He just dings the bell and just stays there.
Yeah, it's just ring the doorbell and just staying there like a normal person at that point.
That's fucked up too. He's dead, let him rest. Because from their point of view, he's dead, but they like to insult his memory. What memory?
Chowder's also very careless compared to TJ.
Okay, you've rang the bell, now run off.
Because TJ thinks that he killed Nevercracker and he feels ashamed, but now, as you can see, Chowder, he's just making fun of the situation.
Chowder's just stunned there. He should have ran off 5 minutes ago. As soon as you ring the doorbell, you run. But nope, take your time.
What I really love about how they did the house coming to life is how they made the carpet a prehensile tongue.
Yeah.
I also like how the windows were eyes and how the teeth were done as well. Even on the inside of the house, things get really creative, which we'll get into later, because the three main characters are going to get into the house.
And surprisingly enough, no one in this neighborhood heard that house roar.
I know, right? Sometimes in movies, when things happen, dangerous things
Yeah.
like the
I do
house.
like this.
I'm asking the question. No one else is seeing this,
Hmm.
and we get another main character introduction.
That's a perfect response to trick-or-treaters. Shut the door in their face.
Yeah, TP'd or harassed.
Girl power. Oh, you know what those
And
bottles
again,
are full of.
I must reiterate again, kids do not talk like this. They're supposed to
Ugh.
be 11, 12 years old at the most, I'm guessing. What do you think?
I don't know what to think anymore. Ah!
You know, I could probably look their ages up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're definitely going to believe that.
And you pee in the bottles. Ain't no Mountain Dew.
You know, if you're noticing that TJ is stalking a neighbor on a consistent basis
Yeah.
and peeing in bottles, staying in his room, you have to look at the situation and say, as his parents, something is wrong with our son. We should get him help instead of enabling this behavior by just being negligent.
They're well, the best they come up with. The best they come up with is like, you cannot do these things and start a man for a telescope. All they do is just tell him not to do it. That's the response. Oh my god, we saw the bottle. He must be dead. Just because you see a bottle on a person's land doesn't mean the person is dead.
It could be anyone's bottle.
Also, another inappropriate thing to do. Perversion. Great. You must be desperate. Then again, I take it back. They fall for Jenny because they're desperate. That's why. Granted, you said these kids are 12, and don't you normally
Yeah,
hit
it says,
puberty like
I just
16?
looked it up. It says DJ is actually DJ, not TJ.
Oh god.
It says
Okay
DJ
then.
and Chowder are 12, while Jenny is 13.
But regardless, even at age 12, you're not going to hit puberty and have romantic attraction to a girl at age. Not bad for a slugger. And no one notices her screaming at all. No.
Never mind her
Anthony's
screaming.
secret.
No one notices the house coming to life.
Well, how will they notice if all their doors are closed?
Well, they could just look out the windows.
I guess they don't care. Wow, perfect timing. Must be a fan. This movie sucks, that's why.
Yeah,
You know what
puberty
would,
explains why Jenny was screaming.
yeah. You know what would you know what would you know what would have happened if Z did go to that property?
What?
Well, as long as you don't in any way ruin the house or land, the house will not do absolutely nothing. The house only attacks people if you're a kid or if you're a grown up that damages the property in any way. Because remember,
Well, I mean,
Bones ripped the grass up.
Jenny wasn't really damaging the property. She was just about to
Well,
go
she's
to
a
the looks
kid,
of it,
and
deliver something.
yeah, but she's still a kid, and she still qualifies as an enemy of the house because the house is like kids.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that Jenny wasn't damaging the property, so I don't know why the house was going after her. I don't think the house was really discriminatory on who it puts who it goes after.
That's sad. Chowder had drinks beer. No wonder he's inept. Ooh, yeah. Smooth.
I'm not a huge fan of Mexican food either. I'm going to be honest. What about you?
I have no words. Oh, you've got a good observation. That one. That implies you both did it. Meaning you must be swallowed. All it has to do is raise a leg, right? Nope.
Yeah.
Just go. Yeah, that's the great idea.
Yeah,
Let's
the
call
police are going to do a lot.
Darkside says, oh, two things. I need to scroll up on these comments. If you so much to touch the grass, it attacks. Yeah. Do you think a whole nuke could destroy the house? I say yes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Stepping near the house is invasion of privacy, property, and it knows it. Yeah. from my point of view, I think the house has a prejudice against kids. But as for the grown-ups, it only attacks the grown-ups if they, in any way, sort of damage, ruin the property.
All right, so here are the cops.
Yeah.
So this cop right here, guess his voice actor.
He's that guy from that Walmart movie I forgot the name of.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Kevin James, that's his name.
Ah.
He was in a lot of Adam Sandler movies. He was in the Paul Blart Mall Cop movies as well.
Hmm.
I have a feeling that this character in particular was made for Kevin James. It even resembles him somewhat.
I see. I mean, I can't blame them. From their point of view, it's not really convincing, is it?
Not at all. Why is that other cop a cop if he doesn't know basic gun safety?
It's not going to do anything. Mess around. Everyone do the mess around. I like that. I like that he throws a rock at it. I mean, that's what I would do. Really? Because your dance was cool.
The cop's not going to do anything about the kid throwing a rock at the house.
What if it smashed the window? Then there's this.
And they're not even in trouble for wasting the cop's time.
I don't understand why they do this. They keep driving up the street for them. I don't get that part.
Yeah, but again, why aren't they being in trouble for wasting a police officer's time?
Well, police are supposed to, go to any call, even if they think it's a false alarm.
Yeah, but you would get in trouble if you wasted a cop's time.
Pretty much.
So this character, Skull, you know the movie Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh, what's his name? Oh, it's not coming to me, but I know you. Go on.
John Heder. You know who he is?
Yeah, John Heder.
Yeah, John Eder's the voice actor for Skull.
Fitting. My first thought would have been Jonah Hill, but okay.
No, but John Heder has a really distinct voice.
Suppose.
Like his voice is kind of raspy, but not that really deep raspy.
Neither do robots.
And here's another thing that this movie has in common with Paranorman, I find.
Oh yeah, what's
The
that?
town that this movie takes place in, both of the movies, Paranorman and Monster House, every single citizen of that town, aside from a few exceptions, are either weirdos or just assholes.
The heart.
You see that?
Oh yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, sorry. I just realized something. The heart. We must attack his heart.
Where do you think a house's heart would be?
It's the furnaces. Technically, that's stealing. What do you own, Wilson now? Fuck you, Jenny. I mean, Jenny's encouraging Chowder to steal from his father.
Chowder wants to impress us, so he has to bow to every whim. Also, it's weird seeing Chowder without his cape on for a second.
Yeah. I like this. I wanted that gun.
Chowder can't be trusted with weapons of any kind.
No. Those old type of trash cans back in the day. That's a good thing, though. This movie's time period. When would you think it would take place at?
Maybe the early 2000s or the 90s. I mean, this movie came out in 2006, so around that year is an option. But if I had to really guess, I'd say 90s. You?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And also with some of the clothing, it looks very 90s. What would you say? 90s as well?
Yeah, I would. And of course, against the mother of all odds, you have the most perfect aim in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long extension cord.
Maybe they got a few extension cords and just connected them all together somehow. Very impressive.
Come to me. Na 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 na. How convenient.
Maybe the house is purposely coming back to normal, so it seems like the kids are crazy to other people.
Now you're probably wondering why the house attacks the cops. It's because they parked their car on the curb on our property.
Yeah.
I'll throw mine at him.
Oh, wait, I paused.
All right, why you pause for?
Or it froze.
Oh, okay. Where are you at?
I'm at 46:45.
As in remainder of the film to go?
No, as in how far I got into the film.
Boy. Boy. Well, fair enough. I don't know where you're at exactly. What exactly happened when you froze the screen?
Basically, the kids were getting arrested by the police.
Yeah, I got to the point
the
where
other
they dropped
officer
their
that wasn't
weapons
voiced
and
by
then
Kevin James was telling them, "Come here, follow the light, put your weapons down." That's what was happening.
I literally got to the part where Kevin James's character says, "Looky, we got here," and he hasn't finished that sentence. He's looking at the wire right now, as in the wire is literally in shot. You. My point is, my few seconds. All right. As soon as you got the wire shot, you can pause. After this commentary, Dark Side, don't worry, we'll get to you. I know, in fairness, if I have to be honest, my phone is at 3%. I am trying to charge it, and I don't think it's going to cooperate with me, meaning that this commentary may be cut off. Oh well. If that happens, then touche.
I'm sorry, it's just taking a while. I don't know why it paused randomly.
Well, we're halfway through the movie, so if you want to call it today for the commentary because of technical issues, I'm okay with it.
Let me try one more time.
And
if it's still not working, we'll just call it quits.
Well, depends if you're free tomorrow, or are you busy Halloween night or Halloween day?
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be busy tomorrow. So
no worries. I'm assuming you're not going to be trick-or-treating.
Nah, no way.
Well, that's to each their own. Even though, anyone in my chat, if you're a grown-up or you're a kid, it all comes down to your preference. If you're a grown-up and wants to do trick-or-treating, there's nothing in the rulebook that says you're not allowed to.
Yeah, but it's just weird to have adults coming to your doorstep asking for candy.
I wouldn't say it's weird.
Acceptable if kids are doing it.
I wouldn't say it's weird at all. There's just some people out there who are into the spirit of Halloween, and they're just trying to bring joy to themselves and to their families. And, the least we can do is respect their decision and respect their joy about it.
Yeah, I respect it, but I'm just saying that there are other ways to get into the Halloween spirit, like dressing up, going to Halloween parties.
Unlike you, though, I wouldn't say it's weird for them to do it. I wouldn't judge them like that.
I won't do it to their face. I'll just I just don't get the appeal of trick-or-treating when you're older.
Well, if you're an adult in a monster suit, it's more the kid is more convinced to be scared of you.
Yeah. So I don't think I have any technical issues now.
Okay. Do you have the wire shot where Kevin James is literally saying, looky, we got here, and you got literally the wire shot.
Go to 46:43.
Well, I can't really be in sync with you because I've got like a remainder of movie to go. What after the duration says for me, and I've got like 43 minutes and 41 seconds to go of footage. So if you can just basically get to that line where Kevin James says, "Well, looky, we got here," and he's literally got a shot of the wire, then that's where I paused at.
Okay, so I'm gonna play it right now.
You see the wire shot?
Just wait. Yeah, I have it. He was about to say the line, but I paused it.
And you literally got the picture of the wire on the screen.
Yes, it's the orange wire.
Yeah, right, we're in sync. When you're ready.
And I also skipped the part where he threatens to shoot the kids, the other cop.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, ready. Go.
Okay. And we're panning up to James.
Mm-hmm. I'm in sync with you, I'm sure. And
he's going to check it out. I'm on it. I'll stay and watch these kids. Yeah, so I believe we're in
And this
sync.
guy is not. This guy is not qualified to be a cop whatsoever.
I like this, what Kevin James's character does here. He literally knocks the helmet off and tries to take some of the alcohol or the drugs. Sorry. What the hell? Because I'm the black guy.
It's not just him who's not qualified to be a cop. It's even Kevin James's character.
He spits it out, implying he doesn't like it, then drinks it. What the hell?
Both of these characters are so entertaining to watch because they're so inept while doing their jobs. And they have some genuinely funny moments.
From what I understand, you can't really arrest someone unless you're over 10. So technically they can still arrest these three. Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Why
are you giving them the weapons?
That's what I'm saying.
When they're in the cop car, why are you giving them the weapons?
Because literally blind you with water and get out the car. I mean, the house took its time trying to get these guys. Realistically, though, if the house had just let them take them away. Yeah, but if the house just let these kids be taken away, then movie over.
Yeah.
So, stupidity.
And he's giving a signal which no one even gets.
Yeah, I'm with Kevin James on that. Barrel roll. This ain't a movie. Well, actually, it is a movie. But in his point of view, it's
There's nothing to barrel roll and hide behind.
Tree, I am Groot.
Nah, this isn't Groot.
I'll give you a hand.
Yeah, Judy can definitely hear you.
Well, I think he was saying the word duty, not Judy, but I understand the mix-up.
It sounds like he's saying Judy.
That tree's got some range. Well, what's the definition of being too young to die?
Well, you want to live as long as you can.
And once again, nobody hears all this destruction.
And Chowder, this is the time where you confess your love to her?
Well, if you're going to die or think you're going to die, there's only one time in your life. Maybe this whole town is deserted, if that's why there's no one taking awareness.
Yeah.
Because aside from
we never see anyone besides the three kids, DJ's parents, the babysitter, Skull, Bones.
I mean, we
never see anyone besides them in this town.
Well, we see trick-or-treaters, but it's never implied the trick-or-treaters are part of this specific town. So, I think this town is basically abandoned.
Yeah. And Nevercracker's dead, or supposedly dead.
Other options. Well, you already should know where the fireplace is because you saw where the chimney was facing, so I could figure it out. Go to your left. But nope, just stall, look around. Foreshadowing that Chowder will become a terrorist in the future.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about explosives.
I mean, he likes to play around with deserted vehicles. So
Now
he
that
might
isn't
hack
really
one day.
Now this here isn't really a surprise because he literally faced the kid at the beginning of the movie. So we already knew he was watching. Hmm.
So we're seeing some of Nevercracker's backstory with his wife.
Well, we kind of have to. And otherwise, we're not going to get it.
This is a mystery story.
Like Scooby-Doo without the dog.
Yeah, except the house is not really anyone disguising as it. The house is just being possessed by a spirit.
And she's just had enough of these men
dressing up as the house.
Maybe, Jay says maybe most of the people who live in the town are deaf. Well, that's another possibility. That's kind of a stretch, though. Understandable.
It's a real ghost town, I'd say.
I'm gonna vomit. Look into the light. I do agree with the ghost town theory, though. Fair enough. Thank you, Jay. Actually, you do, Chowder. It's that dingleberry at the back of your rope.
Like, this is where I'm saying that they got really creative with how they did the house.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
With every part of the house being a certain body part, with that gag reflex we saw.
And then I also like a nice touch is that you can actually hear the house breathe and creak and groan. Yeah. Like it feels alive.
And even outside of its bodily functions, it's a house of horrors where there are multiple obstacles.
Well, you know, in movies where they say this is a haunted house, this is literally more a haunted house than any other haunted house because it's literally possessed by one big spirit.
It's literally being possessed by one spirit with things coming to life left and right.
Yeah, instead of a doll, though, it's more of a house. So this is probably the basement of the house.
Yeah.
That monkey reference, really.
You know, Chowder is not going to become a terrorist on second thought. He can't be trusted on operations where they have to commit terrorism. Because he's just going to be shooting people left and right because he's such a coward. If he sees his own shadow, he's going to mistake it for someone he has to kill. And as a result, he's just going to waste all his bullets and his weapons. So yeah, he's not even close to intelligent enough to become a terrorist.
Well, it's pretty convenient that TJ has the key. I know he picked it up earlier, but if Nevercracker never dropped this key, then TJ never figured out the truth about Mrs. Nevercracker. So, Jay, I wonder how that old man is even able to live inside the house. Well, some people aren't willing to not part with their loved one if there's a breakup or like something bad happens.
Yeah.
There are people out there in real life who don't move on. So that doesn't mean he didn't kill her, because like I understand that they're saying he didn't kill her, but it is possible for a man to literally bury someone under cement. There is still an implication that he could have done it.
And it looks like a crime scene. Sometimes a
Yeah.
murderer will kill someone and bury them in cement, and you can see their outline.
Part of this is it kind of grows into a bit more too much Scooby-Doo. Think about it. You have a mystery, a monster, a creepy old man, and a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of elements to imply Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, this does look suspicious because cement burial is actually a method of hiding a crime scene.
And of course, yeah. TJ's going to be traumatized for the rest of his life. He literally saw a person in his mind get killed, and then stared at a skeleton. That's 3 minutes to go for me. It's going to be close if my phone does shut off. Well, been a fun commentary.
Well, we'll see how long your phone lasts.
I would ask yourself this: would you be okay if Chowder died?
Probably. I'm surprised that he hasn't died yet.
Or been a victim of that. Well, he's still a victim of the house right now.
Yeah. But I'm surprised that he hasn't been killed yet. Or earlier.
I'm gonna scream and shout and let it out.
I think less of the movie's budget was spent on the human designs and more on the house designs.
Yeah.
Like everything in the house looks more high quality than the human characters do. The house was rendered with more detail. And I think that was a smart move. And yes, it did leave us with uncanny character designs. However, what we got with this sequence right here, fantastic. And the human designs could look worse, admittedly.
Now, something that someone has brought up is that I do appreciate that each one of the core three get to have a hero moment. Like Jenny's about to have her hero moment right here, where she uses the uvula to get them out of the house. Chowder has a fight with the crane, and then
none of them are blank slates.
The point is that all three of the go on. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You're right. None of these characters are blank slates.
Yeah. Well, I do still appreciate that each one of the core three gets a moment to shine in the movie. They each do something that advances the plot. There you go. You're out. And essentially, we're at the climax of the movie now because they're at the house, and we're about to get to that another reveal.
So it turns out that Nevercracker is alive.
The house will now rest. Now for a fallout scene.
But why is there a protagonist fight at this moment?
Because of all the drama that's going down. It happens in a lot of movies.
I find that in so many movies that it's just pointless. They're about to get this problem down and solved, but the plot says, oh, these protagonists have to fight. There has to be a conflict between them.
Well, I understand why, because they're criticizing each other's plans, and to be fair, every plan has flaws in it. Also, this implies that Nevercracker stole the ambulance. Because there is no driver. How else would he get home?
Or maybe his wife is possessing it somehow.
Bullshit.
Or more realistically, they don't have the budget to animate a driver.
What is Chowder's obsession with throwing rocks?
Pick on yourself.
The only way you
Okay,
could have
big
known unless
revelation.
you were inside. You didn't kill her, did you? I don't know why, but to each their own. I mean, some people are attracted to women of obesity.
I don't get why.
Yeah, well, everyone's their own
Essentially, you're
person.
just being attracted to self-destruction. Also, when they were in that house, did Nevercracker steal the cage as well?
Yes, he did, because it was in the basement, remember? We saw it in the basement.
Yeah, it's weird that he stole the cage. So
Well,
he just kept his wife as his pet, pretty much.
so it's not really a far stretch they stole the ambulance either. And in a way, he's also stealing the children's toys. So that's another crime. So in a way, you can rest Nevercracker because he's technically stealing stuff. I find it awkward he leads her here because, like, it's the middle of nowhere.
Not much. There's
Where do you
nothing
get all the
there.
supplies and resources from, though? I understand though why Constant acts the way she does because she's used to being abused by children and stuff, and now she finally has a home. She does everything she can to protect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Lost to her own demise. It was her own fear that killed her.
So it was a freak accident that killed her.
Yeah. Take that, Ty. Take it back. Poor Ty. What is it? What the hell is people's obsession with rocks in this movie?
How do all the kids know the story about Nevercracker's wife? Maybe it got word got out around the town, I'm guessing.
My point is that the children aren't really showing a good example that, I can see where the house is coming from, because every kid in this universe, apart from the main three, okay, aside from Chowder, all the kids in this universe are acting like very mean kids.
Yeah.
But if I let her go, I'll have no one. Awkward relationship.
It's kind of hard to let her go when she's possessing a house that will kill you.
I've now upgraded to level 2, final boss. Also, no one this is further adds to my fear that this whole town is deserted because someone would have noticed something by now when it's walking around.
Yeah. Now this is turning into a kaiju film.
That's a weird question to say, Chowder. Chowder just says the house is alive. Technically, the house was already alive for a while.
Yeah, but now it's a kaiju.
Still, it's probably the first movie you've seen a house be an actual monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to work,
Yeah,
Chowder.
they did it really creatively.
Yeah. Off they go. Why you do that for? I ain't going to stop it. I'm old.
I wonder how Nevercracker drove that well when one of his arms are broken.
Oh, my lyric, this is it now. I'm at 1% on the phone. So in case I go at any point, it's been a fun commentary. We only have 32 minutes, 23 minutes to go, 22 minutes. But yeah, my phone is on charge. It's just that it ain't working. But regardless, if I do end, which I probably will, we're near the end of the movie, and basically Fazbear will wrap it up. The problem is, I don't think he can stop the commentary, or the recording, so that's down to me.
I mean, my movie's still going.
What do I mean? I'm the only one who can stop the live stream, I believe.
Yeah.
So I may have to edit this after the movie.
Okay.
I do appreciate that Nevercracker stands up to his wife right here.
I guess it works for him because he's the one that knows his wife the most, obviously. And he also has the most emotional connection to her.
Adult words.
Why are you talking to his house like it's a dog? Not even the house, his wife. But then again, his wife has a really low mentality. And I understand why, because years of abuse like that can lead to someone acting like that.
Yeah,
it can lead to someone going crazy.
It is kind of sad, though, because he's basically trying to have a relationship with a corpse, and it ain't going to work. As much as we would like it to.
Yeah.
It is sad, though, for Constance's point of view, because from her point of view, she's been treated as a circus freak and never had a chance to have a normal life. And when she finally does get a chance for a normal life, she gets immediately taken out, only to be trapped into this vessel. So this woman can never literally have a normal life unless she's dead in heaven. Planet of the Apes reference? Okay. Get your paws off the old man, damn dirty house. Handing a kid dynamite. Still effed up.
I mean, of all the kids, I would trust DJ with it.
Regardless, it still feels not a good sign. The heart. You must destroy his heart. Thanks, Goblin. Yeah, don't worry, Jay. I'll still do the Skylander stuff, and as soon as I'm done, I'll be back one way or the other. But I'm on 0%, and my phone's still active. That's surprising. But in case I immediately shut off...
J111 says, I wonder how that old man is even able to live inside that house. Yeah, me too. What is he seeing in that house exactly?
Desperation. There's your answer. And also, he wants to keep the house tamed so he doesn't do any destruction to the kids. Because if he wasn't around, the house would be a mindless monster, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So he feels like he has a purpose too. Mommy, really? Anyway, I'm at 0% in case my phone dies at any moment right now. It's been a fun commentary, and we're close to the movie. Right now, I'm still capable to go it, but just in case something happens. Huh?
We're not closing the movie, are we?
No, but in case something unexpected happens on my end, I have to say my piece now because you never know.
Yeah, text me in case something happens.
Well, I won't be able to text you my phone dies, technically, will I? So I'll text you as soon as I can.
Or you can text me on my computer. I can text personally on a computer on Google Hangouts.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We've got 60 minutes to go on my end, so the house is now regenerating to its final form because the house has had multiple forms for its entire movie. Now, the house looks to me like one of those Resident Evil things. I wonder what his house would have done, though, if the man passed away. Well, the answer is obvious. It would have taken out its rage on the town.
Like that.
Yeah.
What you're seeing right now is what would happen if the old man is not living in that house. The whole movie was about that.
Shrek's outhouse? Then Chowder fell and died. Sadly, no. Yeah, it does. Makes sense. There goes the claw. That's a big drop. Woo! So far, so good.
Yeah.
We're almost through this movie. I can do this.
The phone hasn't died, right?
I hope I can do this, but I hope my phone can do this. So pray for that. Okay, just walk across.
Are you able to text on a computer by any chance? From Google Hangouts? Because you can actually use Google Hangouts on a laptop.
Yeah. Technically, DJ, she kissed you, so yeah.
Even if you don't text me, I'll know when you're off the chat.
Well, right now, you can still hear me. I'm still visible on the live stream, so on your end.
I can still hear you.
Let him die, please. I wouldn't be sad if he died. I'm okay with this.
And I'm surprised that it hasn't happened earlier.
Also, remember you said earlier that Bones was in this movie and he's Syndrome? I find it also convenient that Chowder has a cape, and Syndrome's whole thing was that he had a cape and it caused his own demise. Right? For Chowder, it came to his survival.
Exactly.
So that's ironic.
And there's a reason why Edna Mode always says no capes.
What is it with Jenny and her good accuracy at throwing stuff? She always has perfect aim.
Plot convenience, I guess.
He swings around, and one more back swing.
And if you have training at things like archery, you can get pretty good aim.
Michael Bay, that stuff. Michael Bay, that stuff.
Imagine Woohoo! Michael Bay directing a live-action Monster House.
I'll be down for that. That way, he's forced to, unless he ages up the characters, which he probably would, he has to deal with kids. So he's probably going to age up the characters.
There's going to be a whole lot more explosions, that's for sure.
How would you get a lot of explosions
and
though?
shaky cam as well.
That works too.
If he's adapting that scene, you're probably not going to make up what's going on.
And it ends with a Linkin
You're not
Park
going to be able
song.
to make out what's going on because of all the shaky cam and explosions in the mix.
I've got it. And the movie could end with a Linkin Park song called "Burn It to the Ground," or as in "Burn It Down." We can't wait till we burn it to the ground. That would fit. There's your Linkin Park song.
That was a
Yeah,
well
the
animated
family.
scene with Constance's ghost.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the best for her, that she's in heaven now, so she can be at peace. Because on Earth, she never really had a fair chance.
Yeah, that sequence with her ghost was really well animated.
Indeed. Wow, it's all left is the handle. Double joke. Yes. Yes, and now freedom! Freedom!
Freedom, yes.
I mean, what's he gonna? My question though is, what's he gonna do now? He literally has all that's left is like the toys and that ground. So I guess
he has nowhere to put himself in now. He has nowhere to live.
Well, technically that's not true because, like, if this house, whole town is still abandoned, he can just use those houses.
Yeah. But I'm talking as though that is not a ghost town.
Well, like I said, these trick-or-treaters could have come from like cars and stuff. Then that raises a question, though.
I'm guessing that they just didn't have the budget to animate all those other people.
Oh boy. But then again, part of me feels like it's not a ghost town because there's got to be candy from these houses to get the kids. So there's a town full of people that give trick-or-treating kids candy, but no one interacts with anyone. That makes sense.
Yeah. My guess would just be that they didn't have the budget to animate all those background characters.
Hang out again. This wasn't really hanging out again. It was more like dealing with a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And she was never seen again.
Yeah. Look at the puberty. First stage of puberty, I guess.
I wouldn't get that. Just because you have ash in your face doesn't mean you're a pirate. I would say a chimney sweep.
Dirty Pirate sounds like an adult film of some sorts.
You
could have phrased that better.
Maybe he'll move to. That's a good possibility. I'm thinking of. He might move to a retirement home. All right. Didn't you're supposed to get something for the candy in, boys? Where are you going to put the candy? You've got no bucket, no cauldron, no jack-o'-lantern for the candy. Just going to walk off down the street like it's Happy Gilmore.
They're running down the street like lunatics now.
And then, of course, there's the... I'm not... for the safety reasons, we know that all these characters are going to come from the grave. So I'm not going to bother showing the end credits because we basically know all the characters come out. It's not really a big deal. So with that being said, then, it's been a fun Halloween night before the day of Halloween
now, right?
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. And I'm surprised enough I managed to last for the... Yeah, I managed to last my phone for the entire thing. I had fun watching this movie again. I hope you have too, Ty.
Yeah, again, it's a really good movie. I like how they did all these creative stuff with the premise. The title Monster House sounds like a generic haunted house movie, but really it's not. It has a really, really good story, a really mature story for a kid's movie, which I really like.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by.
Valley style animation, you can excuse it for the characters as well, the story again.
Yeah, well, thank you for stopping by, Jay. I will be doing the Skylanders part 2. Hopefully, there's going to be someone there to react to it, because for me, I need someone in for especially Skylanders to react to it, because I want to know which Skylander they want me to play as. So that makes for me anyway, it makes the Let's Play more fun. But hopefully that goes well. But yeah, thank you once again to Ty. I appreciate you doing this with me. I know you had a busy schedule probably, and I appreciate you spending time with me on this Halloween October. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Being here.
Indeed you do.
And I wish you all a happy Halloween, whoever's watching this.
Yeah, and whoever is going trick-or-treating, stay safe, have fun, and enjoy your sweets and all that good stuff down here. But don't try to have too much sweets, because you don't know what it'll do.
Nevercracker's house.
Yeah, well, that being said, everyone have a happy Halloween, and from me and Ty, I'll let him sign us off, and I'll end the stream. Any last words, Ty?
All right. Again, this is good commentary. I appreciate being here. Happy Halloween, folks, and I'll see you guys around.
Take care.